Hello again, Angelo Lambropoulos, Director of Lambros Realty, and you're watching the March 2019 Cherrybrook property market update. Wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening in the suburb as both sellers, buyers, tenants, landlords, so you know exactly what's going on. So let me kick off by saying the sales, the registered sales for March 2019. There's been 10 registered sales. The median price amongst those registered sales is $1,274,500 to be precise. The highest recorded sale was $1,450,000. Now, if we compare that to March 2018, there were 25 registered sales. You're probably sitting there going, oh dear. It's not all doom and gloom, and I'll get to that in a second. So, of the 25 registered sales that occurred in March 2018, the median price was $1,455,200. Okay, so about $180,000 off. And the highest recorded sale was $2,145,000. So that's an average loss of 12.5%. So we've seen a market correction of 12.5% in comparison to both those months. So I guess when I say it's not all bad news, the 10 registered sales, I mean, there's been more registered sales in March than there was in January and February combined. Okay, now still not a great number, I understand. But what I'm starting to notice is there's more in the shape of movement. There's more properties under offer now, and I dare say it's a reflection of, I guess, the Labor's announcement in media, right? So they've basically come out and said if we are elected government, you're allowed to grandfather your existing property, your existing investment property, provided it's purchased before the 1st of January 2020, right? In amongst that, we've also seen ANZ Bank who have loosened their restrictions for investors to entice them into the market. So just those little subtleties, I think you'll find that the other banks will soon follow if they haven't already, to encourage people to get out there and invest and take advantage of this announcement, and that's what we're noticing. So I mean, as a buyer there, you're probably noticing these properties are under offer now. As a seller, all of a sudden they're starting to sell. Now, probably not for the price you want, but that is just reflective of the market. So I think you'll find, irrespective of, I guess, if the Labor government get into power, you shouldn't see much in the shape of change as far as the way the market's going. I think it'll be very steady for the rest of the year. So there won't be any cracking sales volumes, but there will be, I guess, buyers entering the market and purchasing. And as a seller, you can sort of sit there resting assured you're not going to sit there days on market without anybody submitting an offer. Provided you're realistic, there will be action. On the flip side, should the Liberal government get into power, I think what you will see is, and my opinion, you'll start to see a recovery as of June this year. In June, I think consumer sentiment will obviously rise. The restrictions on the banks, they'll obviously be more open to lending, and you'll also find that depending on the election, how it goes, should they need to bolster the economy to get a kickstart again, you may see a further interest rate cut of 50 basis points. But I dare say, should a Liberal government win the election, it should flow on quite nicely, and the market should slowly start to recover. So I think that's what I'm gauging in the marketplace at the moment. So good numbers attending open homes since the Labor government's announcement there. Definitely helped consumer sentiment. As far as the rental market's concerned, we're still seeing very strong activity in Cherrybrook. We've had cases where we've had multiple applications and tenants bidding against each other to secure properties. And I guess the question I'm often asked is, well, why? What's going on? Why is the rental market firing and the property market's almost the housing market's at standstill? I guess what you need to understand is that the housing, the sales market is speculative. My apologies, it was a tongue twister. So that being said, it depends on economic factors, and the big thing is negative gearing, right? And pre-election, it's very typical for a property market to pretty much be in standstill to a degree, which it was until we've now seen this announcement. Whereas when you look at the rental market, it's basic economies of scale. It's supply and demand. That's what it's primarily reliant upon. It's not speculative, as you'll see with the sales housing market. So all in all, it's not doom and gloom, ladies and gentlemen. As a seller, you just got to be realistic and meet the market, and you will sell. As a buyer, I guess I would be careful with the offers you're sort of putting forward, because you could find that you're at a loss. That's what we're noticing, where some of the properties we've sold, people have come in and said, well, hey, what happened? We were interested, we would have offered, we would have done this. And we've noticed that change all in the space of 2 weeks now, whereas prior to that it was very, very standoffish. So just be wary of that. Things are starting to move now. The longer you wait, I'm not going to say the more problematic it becomes, but I think if there's something you really like, you don't want to take that chance. You really want to make a move on it. And I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell, the market at the moment. We will be releasing our latest Cherrybrook location report, which is due for publication in the next couple of weeks. So obviously, if you're interested, we cover things in a lot further detail. And I do thank you for watching. Angelo Lambropoulos, Director of Lambros Realty. You can call me on 029 481 0999. Visit me at the Apple Tree Shops Cherrybrook office here. Simply shoot me an email, info@lambrosrealty.com.au. If you have any further questions, want to discuss negative gearing or the capital gains tax changes in further detail, I didn't want to bore you guys, because I could go half an hour to an hour on that. There's so much to talk about, and what impacts it has on the marketplace here in Cherrybrook. Happy to discuss that in further detail. Also, if you want a copy of that location report, call me. And thank you for watching, and till next month, or till we speak beforehand. Thank you.